Hi everyone, good evening. I hope tonight is going wonderful. I'm sure it's a beautiful, beautiful night, wonderful event, full of inspiring, positive, talented artists and musicians, and I am honored to be a part of it tonight. So I'll get started by introducing myself. My name is Stacey Gudeahn. I am the niece of Patricia Pat Ravenel. The ever so beautiful, talented, wonderful woman she is, has offered me the chance to be included in this tonight, and I am honored. So I'm also very blessed to have such a special woman like her in my life. She's so inspiring to many, including myself. So love you. I'm hoping the crowd is cheering for you right now. Anyway, like I said, my name is Stacey Gudeahn. I am 40 years old. Woo! I just turned 40 a few months ago. And many of you may wonder why I start off talking about my age. And that's because to me, turning 40 is a huge milestone. It's a fantastic blessing and very exciting. So the reason that is because I have a illness called cystic fibrosis. Some of you may have heard of it or know someone who has it or be familiar, and then maybe there's others out there that have never heard of it. It is a rare disease. It's considered an orphan disease, and what that means basically is that it is not recognized by the government as a common disease. So it lacks the funding for scientific research and treatments and such. So everything that's done for cystic fibrosis and advancements of treatment is through personal donations. It's through fundraisers and the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. And it's unfortunately that it's so rare and not known. There's about 75,000 people worldwide that have cystic fibrosis. And there's only about 35, maybe 38,000 in the United States that have cystic fibrosis. So one of the other statistics is that only 13% of people with cystic fibrosis actually reach the age of 40. So that's pretty significant. I'm proud to be part of that 13% at this point. The average lifespan for a person with cystic fibrosis in the United States is 38 years old. So it's pretty sobering. There has been advancements in science and treatments, which we pray and hope continue. Because like I said, at this time, there is no cure. Basically, what happens with cystic fibrosis is there's a defect in one of our genes, which normally would carry moisture within our cells in our body. So as our cells go through our different organs, such as our lungs, our digestive tract, our liver, things like that, it brings that protein with it, or fluid protein. And with cystic fibrosis, that part is broken, so it doesn't happen. So what ends up happening is our bodies develop and hold on to very thick, sticky mucus. I know, it's disgusting. And unfortunately, it brings on chronic and recurrent infections, specifically in the lungs. Usually, we're on IV antibiotics 3 to 6 times a year, sometimes more, 21 days at a time. So as of now, this is really the only way to treat some of these infections. Obviously, using antibiotics that much, there becomes a point where there's resistance and there's no longer any treatment. So because there is no cure, the only other option, and it's a pretty serious thing, is organ transplant. So if you're not an organ donor, please get out there and consider being an organ donor. You have no idea the lives that you could save, because without organ transplant, these ages, I would never reach 40 perhaps, or someone else may never reach a certain milestone in their life. So there is option for lung transplant. Unfortunately, lung transplant is not a cure, but it is a way to extend our lives. So please consider being an organ donor. Save a life. So basically, like I said, I'm 40 years old, and I try not to let cystic fibrosis define me. It certainly is a passenger aboard this ship I'm on of my life. I try not to let it be the captain too often, because if you do, it can take over. you know, in many facets of life, not just physically, but emotionally, in many other ways. So I just try to deal with things the best I can. Unfortunately, I'm no longer able to work, so that makes it difficult. My life is riddled with doctor's appointments and procedures and treatments and everything. But like I said, I try my best to find ways to stay positive and happy and realize that every single day I wake up, it's a blessing. It's a new day. It's a day of possibilities, a day to help someone, a day to feel inspired. So, and there's good days and bad days, just like everyone else. But sometimes those bad days are a little tough. And sometimes you don't feel very well. And as you can see, this part of my life has begun where I'm leashed to oxygen. I get to carry this little friend around wherever I go. But you know what? I can do it. I can carry this friend around wherever I can go. I can still try to live a life that is full of happiness and joy and love and caring. That's important. No matter what you're facing, it really is. It's important to try to find things to be happy about. So I am so happy that I was asked to be involved in this. I'm so happy to sit here and speak about the disease and my life and my beautiful aunt. So I hope everyone enjoys the night. It's hard to talk about yourself, I guess. Like I said, I do try to make the best of my situation. It's not always easy. The blessings of the help of others. Sometimes I don't even think the word thank you or being grateful is enough, because sometimes in life you just really need that help. So when people reach out and they are gracious and kind, it's really a wonderful, wonderful thing. So I hope tonight is full of that. I hope it's full of happiness and joy. And you learn to appreciate each moment. You know, I always thought there's a saying about, you know, every breath is precious. And some people will say, that's cliche, but it's really not. Breathing is a gift, not easily made for others. So take care of yourselves, take care of your lungs, love your lungs. If you're a smoker, quit smoking. I know it's the hardest thing you'll ever do, but you know, these lungs are as important as any other part of our body, if not more. So take care of them, truly do. If I had healthy lungs, the things I could do, but I don't. So for now, I make the best. I make the best of what I can do, what I can accomplish, and who I am. I am not cystic fibrosis. I am Stacey, but I do have cystic fibrosis, and I'm learning to live with it the best I can. And I don't know what the future holds. I take it day by day, sometimes moment to moment. That's all you can really do. So thank you for including me. I hope there's a cure someday. I hope people continue to raise awareness for cystic fibrosis. I hope that science makes advancements with treatments and stem cell research and everything. There's definitely promising things on the horizon. So I stay hopeful. I try to stay as strong as I can. I stay positive, because I can't tell you enough that positivity, it's enlightening. It truly is. Sometimes you just have to look at the positive. It's a survival. It's a tool of survival, positivity. So live in each moment, enjoy each moment, because you just never know. I hope to see 41, and all I can do is hope that this year, as a 40-year-old adult in this world, continues to strive to be the very best person I can be. So thank you. Thank you for including me. I hope I did okay. It's never easy doing these things or talking about yourself. Thank you, Aunt Pat, for including me. You have no idea how much I love you. So bye-bye, everyone. Have a great night.